Soon after the conference at Khabarovsk, I sent Park Yong-sun and Ri Ul-sol to Voroshilov for a short training course in wireless operation, ordering them to come back straight to the unit after the course. While I was operating in the area northeast of Mount Paektu and in the homeland in command of a small unit, Ri Ul-sol, having finished the course, was making preparations to return to the unit. On the day he received a commendation at the review of the short course, a high-ranking Soviet officer told him to make preparations to go to Korea, saying it was an order from the Comintern. Ri Ul-sol was quite puzzled at the order. The Soviet officer explained, "You are trustworthy. Songjin, to which we attach strategic importance, is your hometown. Settle down there and send us wireless reports of the enemy movements." He refused to obey the order, saying that though he wanted to work in his native town, he had been ordered by his commander to return to the unit after the short course to teach wireless operation. The officer tried to persuade him the next day again. He said they would get Comrade Kim Il-sung's permission later. Apparently, he attempted to influence the young man in the name of the Comintern. Ri Ul-sol retorted, "I can't go anywhere before executing the order my commander gave me. We have spilt much blood because wireless communication was not available to us. You may not know it, but in order not to repeat that experience, I must return to the unit quickly as my commander ordered." In those days, we were in the Soviet Far East region temporarily, and the international Allied forces had not yet been formed, so there was no unified system of command. The Korean People's Revolutionary Army and the Northeast Anti-Japanese Allied Army were acting independently under their own command system. In this situation, it was unreasonable for a Soviet officer to attempt to divert Ri Ul-sol for another purpose in the name of the Comintern and without prior consultation with us. Ri Ul-sol's refusal to accept any other order before executing his commanders was an expression of his unswerving loyalty to me. Ever since his days in the Children's Company, he has been devoting his life to the work of protecting me, and he has never acted against my will or neglected his duty. Awake or asleep, he has thought only about me and has done everything for my health and personal safety. When I was fishing in the Uko River in 1939, he protected my back with a machine gun. He ensured my security also after liberation. During the war, there were several counter-revolutionary elements near the Supreme Headquarters. Strictly confidential information directly affecting the destiny of the country was transmitted to the Americans by Park Hun-young and Ri Sung-yup. In the summer of 1952, Ri Sung-yup made his stooges call dozens of American planes by wireless to Gonjiri, where the Supreme Headquarters was situated. The planes combed the location of the Supreme Headquarters. They dropped a big-time bomb near the building of the Supreme Headquarters, close by my quarters. Ri Ul-sol called an emergency meeting of my aides de camp and bodyguards, and they decided to try to remove the bomb at the risk of their lives. Turning in their party membership cards, they removed it to a valley. On the occasion of this incident, Ri Ul-sol caught all the subversive elements and reactionaries lurking around the Supreme Headquarters. He was also brave in the struggle against the anti-party counter-revolutionaries. When I returned from a visit to the Soviet Union and other socialist countries in Europe in 1956, Ul-sul, the chief aide-de-camp, called on me one day and warned me to take care, exposing in detail the suspicious movements of Chae Chang-ik and Park Chang-ok. Nam-il also informed me on the phone of their suspicious behavior. Ul-sul also combated Kim Chang-bong's warlordism face to face. Just as he has devoted his life to me, he is also faithful to Kim Jong-il. On their return to Camp South, Ul-sul and Park Yong-sun trained many wireless operators. In subsequent days, he was dispatched on small unit missions on several occasions to vantage points where decisive battles for national liberation would be fought, and to points of strategic importance where the main forces of the Japanese army were concentrated. As a member of a small unit, he once went to the area of Laohui-shan in Wangqing County with a wireless set and carried out reconnaissance. We had obtained information that the enemy had built a large airfield in that area and were massing hundreds of planes, guns, and trucks there. But we could not confirm the fact, and this hindered preparations for operations. The Soviet military were also anxious to ascertain the truth. So we dispatched a small unit there. The members of the small unit infiltrated the airfield and found out that the new planes and trucks there and the new type guns in its vicinity were all fakes made of wood. Ul-sul transmitted to me the result of the reconnaissance mission. Many people say that I have found a good solution to the problem of leadership succession, but I want to say that the anti-Japanese revolutionary veterans played an important role in solving the problem. They brought him his food and clothing and taught him to walk when he was an infant. Right from those days, trust in and respect for them sprouted in Kim Jong-il's heart, and trust in and intimacy with him sprouted in their hearts. It was the anti-Japanese revolutionary fighters who played leading and active roles in his ideological and spiritual growth and in his emotional development. Kim Jong-il's firm confidence of victory, iron will, and revolutionary optimism may be said to have been enriched and tempered through his intimate relationship with the veterans. In turn, the veterans learned from his boundless loyalty, filial devotion, and moral duty to the leader, love for and spirit of devoted service to the people, as well as his unshakable will and resolve to carry forward and consummate, true to the leader's ideas and intentions, the revolutionary cause pioneered by the forerunners. They have all realized that he is the leader who will shape the future of the country and nation excellently and responsibly. That Kim Jong-il is a son of Mount Paektu means that he was born of the anti-Japanese revolution as a son of the nation. He is a son of Korea who started his life and rose as a lodestar of our revolution in the embrace of the anti-Japanese revolutionary fighters. The veterans not only acclaimed him as the successor to our cause, they also played the role of pioneers in establishing his leadership system. Acclamation of the successor does not mean that everything will go well of its own accord. This is why I call on the anti-Japanese revolutionary veterans, whenever I meet them, to live longer so as to continue to help Kim Jong-il. Another important task in carrying forward and completing the leader's cause is to bring up the hardcore and the reservists who will support the successor's leadership loyally. If the hardcore are not built up properly and the reservists are not fostered soundly, the successor's leadership system cannot be established properly, nor can his lines and policies be carried out. Since liberation, We have developed a revolution with a hardcore who fought on Mount Paektu. We now have a hardcore of party members, soldiers, and young people numbering millions. If we have a leader and the hardcore, we have nothing to fear. The future of the Korean Revolution led by Kim Jong-il is as bright as the blue sky. The valley where Kim Jong-il's old home is situated is called Paektu. The valley had exquisite scenery that can be seen only in the alpine region of our country. Before we unearthed the site of the secret camp there in the 1980s, the valley was a primeval forest. Even people unversed in military affairs will say it is a natural fortress. It was an ideal site for the headquarters of the Korean People's Revolutionary Army. The former name of Jong-il Peak was Jangsu Peak. We renamed the peak in order to hand down Kim Jong-il's achievements to posterity. Our people are proud of the peak before the world, even in their songs. It was Mount Paektu that brought up Kim Jong-il as the leader of the nation. The fighters of the mountain raised him to be the lodestar, and the soul of the mountain is encapsulated in him. The succession of our revolution is firmly ensured because Kim Jong-il, who was born and grew up in the flames of the anti-Japanese revolution, is the leader of the nation. He enjoyed support and love from all the people. The cause of Kim Jong-il, who was born of guerrillas and became the successor to the leader to assume national leadership amidst the unqualified support and trust of the people and the army, will be ever victorious in the future too.